when farmers will say pests attack my farm, diseases attack my farm. Even in rainy season, there are pests, there are diseases. But I think there are some pests and diseases which are peculiar to just dry season alone. You see them moving around during the dry season. So can you just take us through some of these pests that farmers should be aware of and how can they guide against them?
Oh yeah, that's a very important question to ask, because it is common knowledge that during the rainy season, the farmer tends to, have more of plant disease challenges. I think it's also applicable in animal farming, right? When the environment is humid, plant disease is more prevalent in rainy season. But then coming to dry season, during the dry season, there's much cases of pest attack. Reason being that the leaves in the bush might have lost moisture, so these pests are looking for fresh leaves to eat. They're looking for fresh leaves to suckle, and there's none. So, and the only the only fresh leaves around is that your farm. So they will now come in to feast. They're looking for food. They're looking for freshness. They're coming there to eat. So this is even one of the reasons we tell people, please ensure that bushes are far away from your farm, or if possible barricade it with nettings and all, to prevent some of these hopping insects, because insects don't really fly so high. Some of them, they actually hop. So if you're able to barricade your farm to a certain extent, they can hop beyond the barricade. So coming to the specific pest, for those in vegetable farming like cucumber farming and all, there's a particular pest on your screen right now. It's called squash bugs. Now squash bugs, I call them the killer pest. They don't chew, but they suckle. So they usually come to your farm when your farm is thriving. In fact, it has killed so many people's farms. They didn't know what it was. They left it, bees were acting, butterflies were flying. These giant pests came into their farm. As the bees were sucking the flowers, the pests, squash bug, were also sucking. At the end of the day, the entire farm withered in less than 72 hours. In less than 72 hours. So, and that was a very dangerous experience for some of those farmers. Then that pest, maybe let me talk a bit about how to fight this pest. The pest is so resilient that if you rely more on chemical pesticide, you might end up hurting your entire farm.
Okay.
So this where integrated pest management system comes in, how that you leverage different forms of pest, mitigation and attack methods. Measures to fight them. So if you use chemical method, you might hurt your plant. So what you do is that you have to prevent. Make your plants unpalatable
To them.
So make it unpalatable. Use maybe a neem leaf, anything bitter that will make the leaves of your plant unpalatable. And the plant entirely unpalatable. So that when they come close, they find that the smell around is not even savory. They'll run back.
Away.
Yeah. So you have to start early too. Start early. If you see them early, please spray your pesticide. Because if they settle and they multiply in a matter of hours. So if they multiply, I'm sorry, you might lose your farm. If the population of the pest increases much more than you can imagine or you can handle, you can end up losing that whole farm. Even at the moment, I'm already getting reports. People are simply, what can I use? I'm giving them brands of chemicals, but I'm giving them note of caution. Please use with caution, lest you hurt your entire plant. So pest attack is very common in dry season. So prominent among them is the squash bug, and of course the other beetles and grasshoppers and all. So the best way is scouting. You scout your farm, keep an eye on your farm, just to ensure that they don't even come in the first place. Yes.
Yeah.